Welcome back, Survivor fans. If you thought this season was all predictable votes and safe moves, think again, because Episode 5 delivered a moment that almost flipped the game entirely, and it all started with a water bottle. Yes, you heard that right. Savannah, the pint-sized firecracker of Survivor 49, reminded us why she's one of the most electrifying players to watch. She doesn't just play the game. She feels every moment, every slight, every stolen bottle, and she reacts with pure, unfiltered intensity. Watching her light up the screen with her fierce energy is like adding hot sauce to an otherwise bland sandwich. Savannah's passion injects the season with the kind of drama that makes you lean forward, ready to see what she'll do next. And this week, her focus on small annoyances almost changed everything at Tribal Council. But let's not forget the undercurrent of strategy. The Kelly tribe, now juggling former Heenas and the new dynamic brought by Shannon, showcased a fascinating chess game of influence. Shannon tried to win over everyone individually, planting seeds of trust and alliance. And it was working, well, for almost everyone. Steven, however, saw through it. With surgical precision, he turned tribe members one by one against her. Alex and Christina, initially charmed, were slowly swayed, leaving Shannon isolated despite her efforts. MC was briefly convinced too, but Steven's quiet power moves reminded us who really controls Kelly. This episode was a masterclass in social strategy, disguised as casual conversations on the beach, proving Survivor isn't just about challenges, it's about influence, persuasion, and timing. And while Savannah kept the sparks flying, we also got a deeper look at Sage, who was quietly observing everything. Her commentary on Shannon, from noticing subtle changes in her voice to comparing her to a shark in disguise, added a layer of humor and insight. Sage's reactions were the kind of classic Survivor moments that make you laugh out loud while appreciating the game's psychological depth. She might be edited in a way that focuses heavily on her dislike for certain players, but her presence is undeniably entertaining. This season thrives on these contrasting personalities: Savannah's explosive energy, Steven's silent manipulations, and Sage's observational humor, and it's the interplay between them that keeps the show from feeling entirely predictable. It's the drama you didn't see coming, wrapped in everyday Survivor routines. On the strategy front, Nate and MC tackled one of this week's more complicated twists: the sandbag task. Producers tried to force a dilemma, giving them the choice of finishing the grueling 100 sandbag journey or searching for an advantage. In theory, it was brilliant, adding suspense and a moral decision under pressure. In practice, well, anyone paying attention quickly figured out the right call. Watching them coordinate was interesting, but the tension didn't land as dramatically as the producers likely hoped. Still, it highlighted an essential Survivor trait. Teamwork and strategic thinking can coexist, but only if you act decisively and understand the bigger picture. This week's immunity challenge was one of the season's highlights. Players had to swim to a bamboo cage, climb inside, carry it to the beach, dig through sand, and then rebound shots into baskets. It was physically demanding and tested coordination, endurance, and focus. Watching Kayleigh struggle while balancing strategy and effort made for some gripping TV. Alex stood out in particular. While carrying the cage, he simultaneously dug through sand, showing raw determination. Christina, meanwhile, was all over the place, searching every possible nook for clues and advantages. And Joanne, usually calm, couldn't help but hype up his tribe mid-challenge, turning even Nate into Mad Dad with his encouragement. There were hilarious and dramatic moments too. Alex accidentally hit Sophie in the face during a rebound shot, reminding us that even in the heat of competition, chaos is inevitable. Sophie, unfortunately, continues to have a rough season, losing every challenge and yet remaining determined despite setbacks. It's the kind of endurance test Survivor thrives on: mental, physical, and emotional. Okay, let's talk about the chickens. Kelly won 3 hens and a rooster as a reward, but now they had to kill the rooster to eat it. And well, the tribe freaked out. It's a moment we've seen on Survivor before, but it never loses its impact. There's something real about watching players confront the rawness of survival, pulling feathers, snapping necks, and cooking over a fire. Alex handled it like a champ, confronting his fears and proving he can step up when it counts. Watching him overcome that personal challenge added a layer of respect for him. Meanwhile, others, like Sage, stayed back, highlighting the human side of the game. Survival isn't just about strategy. It's about facing moments that make you question your limits. And then there's Savannah again. She teased a potential flip at Tribal Council, keeping everyone on edge. Her focus on little things, like Jawan accidentally taking her stuff, showed just how personal the game is for her. While the votes stayed predictable, Savannah added tension and unpredictability, reminding us why she's one of the season's most entertaining players. Tribal Council this week was as tense as ever, even if the outcome wasn't shocking. Savannah's energy had everyone guessing for a moment, but ultimately, the vote went where it was expected. Still, her presence made the process far more entertaining. It's moments like this that remind us why Survivor isn't just about numbers. It's about personalities clashing, alliances testing, and emotions running high. Jason, the player on the chopping block, gave his pitch to stay in the game. He emphasized the bonds he'd built with his former tribe mates, hoping that loyalty might save him. But in Survivor, decency doesn't always equal survival. His heartfelt appeal showed he genuinely cares about connections. But strategically, it wasn't enough. Sometimes Survivor is as much about the move you should make as it is about the bonds you want to honor. Despite the predictable result, the episode highlighted the subtle social maneuvering behind the scenes. Steven's influence, Savannah's unpredictability, and Sage's observations all played a part. It's these layered dynamics that keep even routine votes from feeling entirely stale. Survivor is never just about who goes home. It's about how the players navigate relationships, alliances, and enneagram, and the constant tension between emotion and strategy. Shannon's game this week was fascinating to watch. She tried to charm her former Hina tribe mates, making individual connections and building trust. For a moment, it looked like she might shift the balance of power, but Steven quietly dismantled her efforts, one conversation at a time. His subtle influence showed just how much control he has over Kelly. Alex, Christina, and even MC initially warmed to Shannon, but Steven's perspective changed their minds. It was a reminder that in Survivor, a single strategic player can redirect the tribe's thinking without anyone realizing it. Watching this unfold was like seeing a chess master quietly move pieces while everyone else debates the obvious moves. Meanwhile, Savannah kept the energy high, reacting to every little slight and stirring tension. Her emotional responses may seem petty to some, but they add unpredictability. Even when the vote was locked, her presence reminded everyone that the game is never just numbers. It's also feelings, pride, and passion. The challenges this week also delivered some memorable moments. Watching the tribe scramble, carry cages, and dig through sand for clues was entertaining and intense. Christina's determination, Alex's multitasking, and Jawan's pep talks added layers of excitement. Even Nate, losing his cool for a moment, reminded us that pressure brings out raw emotions. Humor also found its way in, with unexpected mishaps like Alex accidentally hitting Sophie in the face. It's those unscripted moments that make Survivor feel real, balancing strategy with chaos. Meanwhile, the ongoing dynamics on Kelly kept tension simmering. The mix of personalities, Savannah's fire, Steven's quiet control, Sage's observations, made even routine interactions feel compelling. And let's not forget the personal stakes. The players are dealing with physical exhaustion, strategic pressure, and social maneuvering all at once. It's a reminder that Survivor isn't just a game of challenges, it's a test of endurance, patience, and emotional resilience. Every interaction, small argument, or misstep can change the course of the season. In the end, Episode 5 reminded us why Survivor is as much about people as it is about strategy. Savannah kept the drama alive. Shannon's social game clashed with Steven's quiet control. And Tribal Council delivered just enough tension to make it engaging. Even predictable votes have layers when emotions and personalities collide. Jason's heartfelt pitch, Alex's courage with the chickens, and the tribe's chaotic challenges all highlighted the human side of survival. The show continues to balance humor, strategy, and raw emotion in ways that keep fans invested week after week. It's the little details, the stolen water bottle, the pep talk mid-challenge, the subtle manipulations that make every episode unique. As we move forward in Survivor 49, it's clear that while numbers matter, passion and presence can shift the game in unexpected ways. Savannah, Steven, Sage, and the rest of Kelly are proof that even in a season that sometimes feels predictable, there's always room for drama, strategy, and unforgettable moments. And that's what keeps us coming back week after week for more Survivor.